Hello, welcome to another video for me, Mr. Morrison. Today we're going to create an LED traffic light with the microbit. So you can see here I've got some LEDs put into a little traffic light pole made out of cardboard, and we've got green lights on just now. If I press button A on my microbit, it's going to change to amber and then red, stay at red for a little minute, and then it's going to change back to green.
To code our traffic lights, we are going to use something on start but not forever, and we need to scroll down and go into the advanced section here. And in the advanced section we have a section called pins, and we need digital write pin. So in digital write pin we want the first one to be pin 0, and pin 0 is going to be our green light, and we want that to be 1. Then we're going to go in to on button A pressed, and we're going to go into our pins again, and we need to digitally write pin 0 to 0. So this means when we start, we'll show the green light. If we press the button, then it'll turn the green light off first of all to start our traffic light sequence. So actually we should give a little delay before that happens. So I'm going to go into basic and I'm going to find pause, change it to 1 second. So pause, digital write pin 0 to 0. Then I'm going to right click and duplicate this so I don't have to keep dragging it out, and we're going to change it to pin 1. And pin 1 is going to be 1, which means on. So that means now pin 1 will be our amber, and we'll have our amber light happening for, I think the 1000 is fine, so I'm just going to right click and duplicate that, and then I'm going to duplicate again, and I'm going to change my pin 1 to 0, so it turns off the amber light and we're going to turn on the red light. So I'm going to go in here, I'm going to find pin 2 and I'm going to set it to 1. We want the red light on for a little while, so I'll duplicate this pause and I'll change it to 5 seconds. And then that means we've got to the stage that the red light's on, so we need to do this in reverse now. So I'm going to duplicate and I'm going to make pin 2 go to 0, and then I'm going to duplicate the pin 1 here and I'm going to make it go to 1, and then we're going to have a pause, 1000, and finally I'm going to duplicate this and have a pin 1 going to 0, so that's the amber light finished, and finally we'll have a pin 0 going to 1. So that means it'll turn on the green light, and that green light will stay on until we press button A. So that means if I press button A here, it goes 0, 1, 2, and then stays on 2 for 5 seconds and then goes back. Download this onto your microbit and see if it works.
So here are the materials you will need. You'll need a bit of cardboard, doesn't need to be very big. This is part of a cereal packet. You'll need tape, you'll need 4 crocodile clips, and you'll need a red, a green, and an amber LED. You will also need some resistors with these. I have used 10 ohm resistors. Now, you might have LEDs that already have resistors built in. That makes things easier, but I'm going to show you creating them with these. So let's get going. So first I'm going to create my traffic light, and I'm going to just cut a strip of either black, or I've used dark blue just because it was the colour available to me and I don't want all this writing on it, so I'm going to take all of that off. And then this is going to be my main traffic light. So I'm going to have a folded section near the bottom. There we go. So I can sit up. And then I'm going to go, how big do I want my traffic light bit to go? I'm just going to guess round about there. And I'll cut another slot on the other side and do the same at the bottom here. And this will create the pole for the traffic light. So if I fold each of these two sides over like this and like this, I've now got a pole for my traffic light. There you go. So I will attach those together just now. Okay, when I've attached those together, I'm going to make some holes in here for my free lights. So how I'm going to do this, you need to be careful while you're doing this that you don't hurt your fingers, of course. But I've got a little pin here and I'm going to go at the top. I'm going to make a hole without my finger on the other side. And then near the bottom, about the same distance, I'm going to make another hole. And then exactly in between them, I'm going to make a third hole. And that means that we've got nice, neat traffic light. Then I'm going to just use the end of a pen to make these holes a bit bigger. That'll do. And now we can put the LEDs through them. But I'm going to do that once I've attached the resistors to the LEDs. Now, as I said at the start of the video, you may have LEDs that already have the resistors attached, and that makes things a little bit easier. But not to worry if you don't. Now, because we are going to connect these essentially in series, it doesn't matter which side of the LED that our resistors go. That means I'm going to put them on what's called the negative leg. So if we look at one of these resistors unfolded, how you might see it, is you've got a longer leg and a shorter leg. Longer leg's positive, shorter leg's negative. So I'm going to move them out a little bit like that, and I'm going to attach the negative leg to a resistor. And I'm going to do this with this stuff. This is called electrical tape. The only reason I'm using it is it's more sticky than normal tape. It's a little bit better for sticking them together. You could use normal tape, anything that keeps these two together so that a circuit is created between them. So I'm just going to do that just now. There we go. So that's my first one. Okay, that's me got them all connected like that. So the next job is popping these into our traffic light. So we're going to have red at the top because that's what traffic lights, well, certainly in the UK, traffic lights have red at the top. So I'm attaching the black crocodile clip to all three of these. So you may need to bend around to attach them all to the black crocodile clip like that. Then I'm going to attach the other side of each of these to a crocodile clip each. I've color coded them. You don't need to. You might not have color coded crocodile clips. It's just to make the video a bit easier to see what I'm doing. So now I've got all these bits attached. I'm going to come and get my microbit here. So my microbit, we're going to have green first. Green is going to be on pin 0. Then amber or yellow is going to be on pin 1. And finally, red's going to be on pin 2. Then we have our ground needs to be attached. And now already you can see my green light has lit up. Now I need to carefully turn this around so you can see that I have my green light working. Now, in theory, if I press button A on here, you should get a working traffic light like this.
I hope to see you in another video very soon.